We met in January of 2019 when I was the wellness coordinator for the Memphis Express, which is with the Alliance of American Football. The league ended in April, and then Zac and I began a romantic relationship around August of 2019. It was very on and off for a little while. After we had our miscarriage in 2019, we took some time apart, got back together, and then we conceived our son.
Zac Stacy, this former football player. Michelle sent me this video clip this morning, and I was really disturbed by what I saw this guy doing on camera to his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his child, in front of the 5-month-old.
He's 5 months old, yes.
So is this the first time he really got physical with you?
No, he's been physical with me several times before.
I'm not going to play the clip here, though the mother, Kristin, did put this out to raise awareness and for people to know.
Just to get the word out there so that other women don't feel the same way.
I would just highly say trigger warning if you're going to go out and search for it. I think I'm going to post part of it on my Facebook if you want to check it out there. I just don't want this video to get age restricted. This situation happened last Saturday in Orlando, Florida. And, you know, they're not together anymore, but they do share a child together. Reportedly, the argument was about custody. On video, I mean, this guy is like lifting her up, throwing her into the TV, punching her, doing all kinds of things. And you see and hear the child crying. I mean, I don't even know the words to describe somebody that you could not only do that like physically to the parent, the mother of your child or the father of your child, but then you're doing it in front of the child without a care in the world. At one point in the video, he literally lifts her up and slams her into this baby walker, and you hear the kid crying. I mean, it's completely disgusting for anybody out there to think that this guy, first of all, this is his first time. He's never done that before. No way.
There have been a couple of other situations. One, I wrote a report for domestic dispute, and then also a battery report last in September as well. That still has yet to be picked up by the state attorney.
Second, that he's not going to do this again. Third, he's the type of person, he fits right into the character that it's surprising, and he hasn't gone and killed them. He's at that level to go and kill somebody.
I really truly feel that if it continues, he will kill me.
So while he was there on his first day today in court, this happened last Saturday. He was kind of gone for a week. Kristin said that he was on the run. His friends were helping him. Then he turns himself in. He flies to Orlando at the airport, and that's when they arrest him, and now he's in court. And in court, they're trying to say, oh, this is an isolated incident. He doesn't have a history. This doesn't happen. It's just like a one-time thing. But according to the restraining order, Kristin Evans said that this has happened since she first became pregnant, that he's been doing this. Anybody out there that believes this guy, this coward that can do that the way he did it and just dip and leave and be gone all that time, that it's his first time, you're lying or delusional.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Zac Stacy, Senior.
Mr. Stacy, you're here in case 2021 CF 14827AO on charges of aggravated battery, cause of great bodily harm, and felony criminal mischief. Mr. Luca, can you put your name on the record?
Yes, Attorney Thomas Luca on behalf of Mr. Stacy, Your Honor.
I believe we had the victim on the line, but I'm not sure if she's able to speak to us this morning.
I think she has a bad connection, Your Honor, so she did say it's very hard to hear.
Okay. The information I received, she's still in the hospital, so we want to make sure she had an opportunity to be heard. But, all right, Mr. Stacy, there's a warrant signed by a judge finding probable cause for those charges. Mr. Luca, you want to tell me anything before I set release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. I would ask court to consider this. First and foremost, Mr. Stacy has no prior record, no prior history of any arrests of any kind, no convictions. This is an isolated incident. There's been no other incidents, as far as I know, or no other police reports involving these two individuals. Mr. Stacy has agreed and he has just was served a temporary injunction as well. He does not intend to contact the victim, have any contact whatsoever, third party or otherwise, with the alleged victim in this case. We would just ask the court to set a reasonable bond in this matter. My client is not a wealthy man, and we're just asking for the standard release conditions for the first time aggravated battery. I would also like to, Your Honor, just if it may please the court, very briefly, Mr. Stacy was in contact with me immediately, starting in the early morning hours yesterday. We were waiting to see when the warrant was going to hit the system. Once we confirmed that the warrant was outstanding with the Oakland Police Department, Mr. Stacy flew from Tennessee, where he was temporarily residing, right back to Florida with the intention of turning himself in. He was arrested at the airport by Orlando Police Department before I was actually there to pick him up, to actually deliver him to the jail, to surrender him, and I had arranged surrender conditions with the Oakland Police Department. So I'd ask the court to take that into consideration as well, that Mr. Stacy will abide by any conditions of the court that he set and will appear in any relevant court dates that he needs to appear at. He is not at risk of flight.
I guess, Mr. Luca, have you had an opportunity to review the warrant affidavit?
I have an opportunity to review the charges, Your Honor. I have not seen the affidavit in support of arrest affidavit. However, I have seen the video, as have, I'm sure, the court.
Well, the warrant affidavit outlines a history leading up to this event of law enforcement contacts with Mr. Stacy, his victim, at the residence where this ultimately occurred, that the reason why he's here today.
I do not have that information, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right. Say you have any input?
Your Honor, he is entitled to a bond, but what I would ask in light of him immediately leaving the area would be that he surrender his passport. That would be one of the conditions that I would ask for, Your Honor. Again, he immediately left the area after this incident happened.
Your Honor, he has no objection to surrendering his passport. He just doesn't have it with him.
Where is it?
It's in Tennessee with his other property.
Is there somewhere in Tennessee that can
I'm sure.
FedEx it to him, or FedEx it to you, and you can turn it in?
Your Honor, I would ask that the defendant be, again, he has no objection to surrendering his passport. He just didn't bring it with him. He does not reside, well, he resides in Tennessee, but he doesn't have anyone. He has the keys to his car. The passport's in his vehicle in Tennessee. If the court's going to make that a condition of bond, and we have no objection to it, I would ask that it be surrendered within 5 days or 2 days of his release.
I mean, who's in Tennessee that can? Because the keys to the car are, unless he has some, I don't know what kind of car he has, but most keys can be reproduced by a dealer or something like that. So the question is, who can get his passport in his car in Tennessee at the airport, I'm guessing, or somewhere else?
Yeah, Your Honor, he has someone who can do it.
All right, he's gonna be held up for a little bit till that happens. But once like I said, they can FedEx it to him overnight, get it to you, either Sunday or Monday, and he can be on his way. All right, Mr. Stacy, you want to set your bond in count 1 in amount of $10,000, count 2 amount of $150. Condition of your bond: you don't have no contact with the victim in this case. You are to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you the one-time return with law enforcement if you need it to retrieve any personal items you have at that residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You ought to surrender your passport before you're released from the Orange County Jail.
Your Honor, if Mr. Stacy can get his passport, or his friend can get his passport to me on, let's say, tomorrow or Sunday, how do I get that to the clerk's office?
We're here
Okay.
all weekend.
I don't even know what to say, especially after watching that video. I don't know what to say. I'm sure he'll bond out. $10,000 for bond is nothing. He just has to get his passport. And in viewing that video, it's just crazy. And then to see him in court, I heard him talk a couple of times, even though I cleaned up the clip to remove the empty space. super soft spoken. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But on video is something else. Anyway, you guys comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Check out my Facebook, please. Help by hitting like and share over there. Doing the Reels Challenge this month. And we'll be on Discord tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Take care and peace.